But yeah, you see the promotion finally started happening at 4 p.m.
Oh, that's awesome. Can't wait to try that out.
Yeah, you should be able to get your promotion back.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. Alright, we're gonna start this out. It's
Let's do
live.
it.
Um, Welcome everyone. I have Jason here, who goes by the name
D-side.
Desai. Gotcha. And we have KenjiMuyo versus MicroJackson here on this matchup.
Random versus Protoss. Do you know what league KenjiMuyo is? Mio?
He used to be Diamond, but he stopped playing for a few seasons, so he's very rusty.
Nice.
So he's Diamond and Random before.
Looks like KenjiMuyo is going to spawn in the top, the blue Terran. I'm colorblind, that may be purple.
I'll have that same problem.
MicroJackson spawning in the bottom as a Protoss.
Yeah, MicroJackson used to be a Diamond Protoss also, but he took a long break, so he's getting back into the swing of things.
Nice. Yeah, I've seen some of the games you've been casting with these guys.
Yeah, these guys, they know what to do. It's just they're gonna be rusty, and they're not that familiar with the Heart of the Swarm stuff as much, especially with all these crazy changes lately.
Yeah,
So this should be a fun game.
absolutely. PvT is a fun game. I really like it. Seems to be standard high Templar Colossus battles, and it's whether you get Vikings and Ghosts.
Yeah, and this one he doesn't know that he's a Terran, so
Oh yeah, that's true. Luckily he's gonna get an early scout on. It's a really early scout, but you really gotta do it against random, otherwise you end up getting 6 gold or 7 gold.
that's true.
Oh, and he's gonna slip in, see that he's Terran, and get out of there pretty quick. No gas from KenjiMuyo, so it's probably not a Reaper opening.
Yeah, I think he's probably gonna try to expand or do some sort of barracks cheese.
It's a pretty late gateway by MicroJackson, getting a 14 gate and 14 gas, and has cut worker production already.
Yeah, I suspect these guys' timings are gonna be way off. So which makes this game,
Yeah,
gonna be fun and interesting.
absolutely.
And I can't take a bet who's gonna win. I think Kenji would be favored normally, but
I
he
can see
hasn't
that.
played well lately.
Kenji scouting behind his base. He's looking for that proxy oracle just in case, which Terran really wants to make sure that they don't get proxies. So, pretty smart play by Kenji. I do like it.
Yeah, that's actually a very heads-up play. I've been cheesed like that many times, even as
Yeah,
a Zerg, because I don't send my Overlord back there.
yeah. On this map, that's a great spot to put it back there. So, I do like the fact that more and more Terrans are scouting that.
Yeah, and Terrans, they sometimes hide some Banshee tech back there too against Zerg. I don't know if they do it against Protoss.
Sometimes it looks like it's going to be one Rax expand build from KenjiMuyo, and then we've got a second gateway coming.
Now, this is a risk if Micro stays on one base for a while, right?
Yeah,
He's got to watch for what, Blink or something?
yeah. Blink's definitely one of the more powerful builds right now versus Terran. As long as you get like a couple tanks and definitely bunkers up, I would like to see Kenji drop a bunker as soon as he gets that expansion up. Otherwise, he's vulnerable to 4 gates as well as Blink both in the main and the expansion.
Gotcha. So he should scout soon again, though, then.
Yeah, I hope so.
Do they normally throw a scan in your base?
Normally as Terran, you're going to want to scan about the 630 mark. That's when you should have enough energy to decide either to drop a mule or to scan. I tell everybody that I coach, if they're playing Terran, I want to see a scan at 630. Scan the main base. It's not worth the risk of dropping a mule. Second rack is up, and it looks like we're about to get a reactor. Nope, switch to tech lab. We're going to go ahead and start the tech lab, so hopefully we can get some upgrades to send for Kenji. I'm pretty proud of the guys. They're constantly making workers.
Yeah, for
That's
being,
definitely not Ron Creed, right? They're definitely doing pretty good.
Yeah,
And
for
that
being out of it.
Michael Jackson's fantastic. I mean, he's saving the worker as much as he can, getting out of there. You got a factory and another barrack coming from Kenji.
Yeah,
Plus
and
he's
look at
very
that
good.
Marine. I mean, he's spotting things already. I mean, it's like they're crisp and, been practicing during the past few days.
Yeah, that's good stuff. I would like to see some tech from MicroJackson. We've only got 3 gateways and no tech, whereas now we've got tech and an expansion up for Kenji. As a Protoss, you can support 4 gateways on a single base, so he's kind of there's the tech. Okay, now we got a cyber core from MicroJackson. I
Yeah,
think this one earlier. It looks like it's going to be a blink build, a
he,
late build, but a blink build nonetheless.
I think he may force him to lift back up into his main there. We'll see.
I like Kenji having a turret on the main, on the high ground, just in case there's CTs. And you're absolutely right. This is going to have to force that the lift on the command center. He's lost a mule. Now
He's running out of time on this lift. He's gonna get lots of damage on that guy.
Looks like 3 workers killed, but more importantly, that command center is getting hit. He's got to get that repaired, and there's the repair. Excellent micro.
There it is. But I don't think he has enough troops here.
You
Oh,
know,
he's gonna snipe that base. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, he does have enough. Nice.
good pushback. Now would be a great time for MicroJackson to expand. He looks like he's got the worker over there getting ready for it. Should stick around and take out that refinery. You really don't want to leave any buildings that the Terran can use later. There's no reason not to take that out.
Yeah, and we see a Dark Templar tech here instead of Blink.
Well, that's an interesting choice.
You know why? He saw Ken lose a few Dark Templar plays when he just got back into the game. He didn't know the timings.
Yeah.
So maybe he's thinking, he can sneak one.
Generally I love Dark Impulse plays, but if MicroJackson's paying attention, he would have saw that there's a turret shooting his mothership core whenever he first moved up that ramp. Dark Templar is not going to work on this unless you get like a warp prism and drop in the mineral line, which he's not even starting a robo. I think this Dark Templar play is going to get shut down.
Yeah, it's wasted tech, and also he has two orbitals, so he's likely to have 1 or 2 scans.
Yeah, I don't think that was a good play, but we'll see how it works out. Looks like a supply block for Kenji. He called down a mule to get by it, but that's something you really got to work on.
Yeah, at least Micro's expanding here, so he can use those Dark Templars for defense.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to take the watchtowers with Dark Templar if I've got them, and I know that they're not going to do any good. He's got some pylons up proxy. Let's see if he works in the Dark Templar. There's 3 of them. I feel like I know something he doesn't. I'm curious to see how bad this gets shut down.
Oh,
He's
maybe
got no turret.
he's gonna try to, but Ken is about to have an extra scan.
Take the turret.
He got the turret, but he has a scan coming right about now.
Ah, there's the Dark Templar going down. They
Wow.
run out. They're pretty fast. Can you imagine if the boss to Dark Templar speed had went in?
That would be insane.
He's got another turret coming out. Kenji needs to get behind his bunkers, lift them up so he doesn't have to worry about it anymore. Just push it strong, but I think Kenji has shut it down.
Yeah, and he's staying with his Dark Templar.
Yeah,
He's gonna try to hold this
is up
expansion.
micro, but at this point, Kenji's got to move out and get ahead. He's going to be within range of the vision of the turret, and there goes the Templar. Good play.
It's a good time for him to clean this up, the pylon, and then maybe do a quick drop.
Yeah, I think a Doom drop would be outstanding. Right now there's 6 medevacs out. You can lift everything into the medevacs and just go. You know that Stalkers are pretty much the only thing on the field right now. There's not a lot of them.
Yeah, he lost a lot, so...
Worker count's looking pretty good. 31 workers to 32 probes. Unfortunately, the army count for MicroJackson is less than 400. There's only like 3 Stalkers.
Yeah, and units killed 22 to 19, so it's pretty even.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's also lost the mothership core, so if Kenji moves out, there's no photon overcharge. There's only 3 Stalkers.
And he hasn't even... Oh, there he is. He's making one now. I'm a big fan of that mothership core.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely.
I mean, you know, if when I play Protoss, I always make one. It's just awesome to be able to recall and cast that
Yeah, I think that
photon
was a
spell.
great addition to Heart of the Swarm. I honestly, as a Protoss, do not like the Oracle. I think it's ridiculous in all three matches, so I try not to make that. But the Mothership Core was really filled some holes that were in the race.
Oh yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm a Zerg player, and I felt in previous Heart of the Swarm, the Wings of Liberty, I wasn't worried about Protoss. You know, in the beginning and middle stage, I can rush them, I can do what I
Right.
want. Now I gotta watch out.
I tell you what, there's it looks like three workers that are not doing anything. Sorry, two workers now that are not doing anything for Kenji. One of those little things you got to keep an eye out. He's
Oh
also
yeah,
got a major supply block going on.
but he has a huge army, 52 to 14.
You know, one thing I don't like, he can see the pylon from MicroJackson on the far right, and he's not sending anything to take that out. That pylon can really be a nuisance later. It looks like Kenji's getting ready for a Doom drop, and if he does this, I'm going to sing the praises because it would be outstanding. There are two cannons in the mineral line, but up starts a scan. He's getting ready to see if he can do it, and there's the load up.
Yeah, Protoss is pretty out of position, so this is gonna do enough damage.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think he can hold this. I think it's a GG. There are two Heart Templars, but as soon as the scan's ready, those are going to fall. A lot of workers dying off. We've got 18 workers killed now. The photon overcharge is down. That's good. But there's just not enough to hold.
Yeah, I think you're right here. He probably should have pulled his pros even.
Yeah. At least get him out of there.
But he scared them off.
I really don't think he needed to do that. He probably could have sniped the Nexus if anything. He had enough.
Yeah, I
He
don't think
took a lot
he
of work.
can judge it yet. I mean, there was a game that they had where he attacked a Protoss ball with his you know,
Yeah.
or the other way around, and he couldn't gauge what would beat what.
Looks like Kenji's going to go clear out that pylon finally, so that's a good play. Kenji's doubling the supply of MicroJackson. He's having a really good game.
Yeah, he's pulling a big lead, but you know, Colossus is coming out, and that could change the game unless he gets Vikings out.
Yeah, I would like to see a third base, and there's the third base. So both players need to start looking at third base. Their names are starting to get mined out pretty quick.
Yeah, Kenji killed 18 workers on that drop, so that was very worthwhile.
Absolutely. He's got a major lead. I would usually say that if you've got a lead like this, you want to pull back and maintain the lead and get farther ahead. If you play defensively, you cannot lose. If you brute force it and run in, there is a chance you can lose. I've lost many games because I overextend myself, but every time I pull back and just regroup and get farther ahead, I've yet to lose.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, the mentality on the Zerg is a little different. I kind of keep the pressure up, you know. So I like how your perspective on this.
Another boom drop in the known.
Oh, and that's it. I think he's gonna call it. He knows he doesn't have enough.
Yeah, that was a great game.
That was good. Well, that's it for game one. I believe I might be playing, which means I can't cast myself. But
Awesome.
thanks for casting with me. We'll see what games are next. I'm gonna
Yeah, no
stop the
problem.
cast now.